What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are having an awesome day, enjoying yourselves out there. It's your boy Stan with Stanley's Reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing electronics. Of course, by electronics, I mean MacBook Air M1 2020 to be exact. So I'm going to actually go through the video and surface what I purchased and show you how the laptop works in itself and how much of an upgrade it is to my prior brick one. We'll definitely get into that in full retrospect, and also stick around for the whole video to see what I'm going to be reviewing next after this MacBook Air review and unboxing. Let's get into the video further, guys. Let's go. All right, guys. This is the MacBook Air in question. This is the box. I actually have the keyboard and the mouse as well, wireless keyboard and wireless mouse, along with the charging cord to the right of me, because I've already opened the box. I'm just unboxing it so I can give you a little bit of effect. And I picked this gray color of MacBook Air. But before I get into the laptop in itself, I'm gonna give you a little bit overview of what it has inside the box. So it comes with the laptop, of course, and the brick. The brick actually has two USB-C charging ports, so you could charge your phone and also your laptop with this brick. Actually, it just plugs in like so in here, and as you can see, you have another port available to you to charge it. And obviously, charge on this particular laptop lasts 17 hours, and that's pretty much what's in the box. Of little manual pamphlet of everything the laptop encompasses. So I'm gonna flip the box over so I can read the specs for you for this laptop. I picked somewhat of a mid-range one. I didn't pick one with a lot of power or a lot of memory. To be exact, I didn't pick 1 gig of memory and 16 meg of RAM. I got something in between of that. Budget-wise, it made sense for me, even though I would much rather have a bigger one, to be honest with you. So basically, this laptop's model number is MQK3LL/A. This is from 2020, of course. We're in 2025, so it's about 5 years old. To be exact, just got it. Not too bad. Really, the specs are 8 gig on, unified memory, 512 gig SSD hard drive, 15-inch. And also it has the Apple M2 chip on it as well. So that's why I bought it, because I heard those are very, very good, very, very fast. I want to know what you guys think of those. To be 100% honest with you, I like the fact that it has 8-core CPU and a 10-core GPU. Obviously, it's 15.3-inch diagonal screen, liquid, retina display. So it's LED display and everything, so it's pretty cool. It's great for video editing, great. It has 6-speaker sound system, and great for music as well. It has the backlit keyboard and the Touch ID, which is good. It has Wi-Fi, obviously Bluetooth 5.3, and 1080p FaceTime ID camera. So it's pretty much awesome in any way, shape you can think of it. You can't go wrong with that. But definitely, if I was to invest into something, I'd definitely then invest into the 16 gig memory and about 1 gigabyte of hard drive, obviously, so I can store more stuff on there. But that's pretty much the one drawback that I have. So I'm actually going to show you guys exactly how it runs, how it operates, and all the features that it has for a short period of time. So I would definitely recommend you getting your hands on one of those. The link is in the description below as well if you're interested. Like I said, watch all the way till the end of this video to see what I'm going to be reviewing next. And let's get into the laptop in itself. Let's go into it. Let me put in my password, unlock it, and let's see how it runs and how fast it runs. There's no brewing with this laptop, unlike my older brick one that's falling apart. So this one's definitely easier transition, to say the least. So let's get into it further. Let's go. Yes, so that's practically the laptop in a nutshell. As you could see, it has backlit keyboard and Touch ID. The minute I touch it, it opens up. That's the MacBook in itself. That's the model number. Everything that encompasses the laptop in itself. I also would suggest, if you guys invest in these laptops and these MacBooks, that you do get AppleCare, because they're the only ones who can actually protect you if anything happens. Or I would consider getting some sort of insurance with it, either State Farm or any other insurance companies out there. Not that I'm actually sponsored by them, but I think it makes more sense to protect your equipment in any way, shape, or form in case of a drop or in case of something falling onto it or anything of that nature. But AppleCare is definitely the way to go, for sure. It's one of the best ones out there, to be honest, with the best insurance policies out there. So this one actually has Sequoia, and it has an update that's available. I'm definitely going to update that later. That's the keyboard in itself. Very cool, very easy to the touch. There is no waiting time on it whatsoever. Everything's easy peasy. You can definitely use this laptop for anything, docking stations, anything of that nature. From the side, it has a charging port, 2 USB-C port on this side, and obviously on the right side of the laptop, it has a headphone jack right here where you can plug in your phone and listen to music or do whatever you need to do if you plug in your headphones. So it's very, very easy to use without any problems whatsoever. It's easy to the touch. You can pretty much click on anything and just make it work. And it also has Siri. Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
What's the temperature outside?
It's 47 degrees right now.
And Siri is very interactive because it allows you to set up your calendar and all of this stuff. So it's pretty cool. Very easy to the touch. Let's see what the camera look like. Making a long story short, this is definitely a good buy. If you're looking to video edit, you're looking to use this for music, finance, anything of that nature, this is actually a great laptop to purchase. I just wish I bought mine with a little bit more memory. So I might return this one and get one with a little bit more memory, or even get a MacBook Pro. And I think I got a bigger size than I needed to. The 15-inch is a little big. I think 13-inch would probably work. So I want to know what you guys think of that. If I was to invest in a MacBook Pro instead of this, what you guys' thought process is. Let me know so I can actually make an educated decision in regards to this. Thank you for watching the video to its entirety. This is what I'm going to be reviewing next. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And the links are in the description to acquire this laptop. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.